Hey, Sunshine. It's good to see you, love. I ain't seen you in a while. Can you hear me good? I am great. Thank you for asking. How are you, beautiful? Can you hear me good, Sunshine? It's really good to see you. I'm trying to catch this news presser thingy, majigger. They didn't have an exact time, but they said after 11, which is 12 my time, because that's Texas time. They might be live here. Let's see. Oh, shit. Looks like they might have done had it. Oh, no. Okay, let me pull this up because it's started.
Appointments and walk-ins. Get quick results with on-site x-ray and labs. You deserve compassionate quality healthcare. Care beyond cost. rioshealth.com.
Last night, and it was here where we were seeing those members of the crime scene unit going. We know that there are not seen anyone here since 6:30 this morning. No one coming, no one leaving from inside of this home. We are waiting on an update from police. However, we are told that will be coming around 11. We do anticipate. Before the sun was up, detectives with the crime scene unit could be seen taking videos and pictures, walking around the backyard. It's unclear where the family is, but neighbors and family say they're concerned about Rudy Farias, known by many in this neighborhood as Dolph.
I fear for Rudy Farias' life.
Rudy's aunt, Pauline Sanchez Rodriguez, says she's worried about her nephew's well-being. He was last seen with his mother leaving the hotel near Bush Airport, where they were interviewed by HPD on Wednesday. This is video that neighbors took Tuesday night as Rudy's mother loaded up their car less than 24 hours before police questioned her. This is what she said on camera.
And now they want to arrest me because they said I was hiding him.
Everything's coming out to the light because I knew that she's been lying all this time.
Neighbors tell KPRC that they would see Rudy regularly, and they called him Dolph. They also claimed that the mother, Janie, offered them money.
Stay quiet. She wanted us to keep quiet. But I told her before I walked off,
Just a second. It might be a different one here. Yes. Hold on just a second. Shit.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We're here to discuss the missing person investigation of Rudy Farias. But before I do that, I want to address our dash cam news that's been in the news starting 2 weeks ago. And I'm going to do that really, really quickly. And then I'm going to bring up Lieutenant Zamora from the Missing Persons Unit. Who'll provide some detail on the investigation. And also Commander Garcia will come in and translate for us. So a few weeks ago, there were a report that we only had only 15% of our vehicles were equipped with body-worn camera, with dash cams, I meant to say. That didn't take into account that we don't equip dash cams on investigative vehicles. So let me give you just a quick breakdown on the actual numbers. We have about 3,200 vehicles on our fleet used for various duties. 1,400 of those vehicles are equipped with lights and sirens, our traditional patrol cars. 1,800 of those are investigative vehicles and undercover vehicles. Of that number, of the 1,400, not every marked vehicle is used to conduct traffic stops, investigations, calls for service. Examples: if you have a vehicle that's assigned to public affairs, community affairs, it's a show vehicle. I'm not putting a dash cam on it. If we have vehicles assigned to our training division and we're just training officers how to drive, I'm not putting dash cams on that. So the actual numbers, we have 579 vehicles out of the 1,400 vehicles are equipped with dash cams. The mayor has agreed to devote additional $2 million, and that will outfit an additional 143 vehicles. So we're not at 100%, like I said when I did that interview, but we're definitely moving in that right direction. So I want to thank the mayor again for stepping in with that funding. Last thing I want to say about that, and we'll bring up the lieutenant. During my administration, which has been a little bit over 2 years, we've equipped 355 vehicles. That's probably 60% or so of our fleet right now. So we do believe in transparency, and definitely as the chief of police, I believe in transparency. So anything that we can do to move that in that direction. But I'm going to bring the investigator up, and we'll hold up, Mario. I'm going to bring the investigator up, and we're going to entertain all questions at the end about the dash cams and also this investigation. So we'll entertain everything at the end. Come on.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
All right. Good morning. I'm Lieutenant Zamora with the Homicide Division Missing Persons Unit. To my left, I have Detective Sergeant Jimenez, Detective Brian Ford, and Detective Atlanta Claiborne. Today, we're discussing facts related to 25-year-old Rudy Farias, who was reported missing on March 7, 2015. He was 17 years old when his mother reported him missing. During the 8-year time frame where he was missing, investigators followed up on many tips, leads, collected evidence proving that Rudy was not missing during the 8-year period. Many of these facts included contacts and statements with relatives, friends, neighbors, and medical professionals. Rudy was recently identified as having previous HPD interactions, meaning that he made contact with patrol officers out on the street. However, during these contacts, fictitious names and date of births were given, misleading the officers, and Rudy would remain missing. In fact, both Janie, Rudy's mother, and Rudy himself gave fictitious names while interacting with various patrol officers. After investigators talked with him yesterday, it was discovered that Rudy returned home the following day on March 8th, 2015. The mother, Janie, continued to deceive police by remaining adamant that Rudy was still missing. She alleged her nephew was a person friends and family were seeing coming and going. However, we disputed that. Currently, the DA has declined any charges at this time for making fictitious reports and failure to ID. Investigators have reached out to Adult Protective Services. HPD Victim Services has reached out. We've also connected Rudy with Victim Services to ensure that he has a method to recover. Now, based on Rudy's interview, there were no reports of sexual abuse reported. If there is a disclosure made, we will continue to investigate. Currently, the investigation is active and there are new leads coming in. We'll continue to follow those leads. We do take all allegations seriously, and any new information or facts that we receive will be investigated.
Thank you, Lieutenant. One question at a time, please.
Oh,
Do
no.
not yell them out.
I'm going to let him translate, then we're going to do it.
Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Buenos días y gracias a todos por estar aquí. Antes de hablar sobre el caso involucrando a la persona desaparecida Rudy Farias. Vamos a hablar un poquito sobre un asunto que ha aparecido en las noticias, que es referente a las cámaras montadas en el tablero de los vehículos policíacos. Ah, queremos avisarles que de todos los vehículos que tenemos en nuestra flota, no todos necesitan una cámara montada. Muchos vehículos son usados en investigaciones, no hacen paros de detención de tráfico y esos no necesitan cámaras montadas. También si son vehículos que van a ir a asuntos comunitarios, esos vehículos no necesitan cámaras montadas. Lo que sí podemos decirles es que de los que sí necesitan cámaras montadas, el 50% de nuestros vehículos tienen esas cámaras y estamos trabajando con el alcalde que nos ha dado $2 millones para ponerle las cámaras al resto de nuestros vehículos. Aproximadamente 143 vehículos van a ser, se les va a agregar esa cámara montada y esperamos acabar con el resto de la flota cuando haya fondos necesarios. Ahora, referente al caso de Rudy Farias, voy a hablar un poco sobre lo que dijo el teniente de esta investigación. En el 2015 se reportó a este individuo como una persona desaparecida. En ese momento tenía 17 años de edad. La investigación que han conducido los detectives nos indica de que esta persona en realidad no estaba desaparecida, que hubo contactos con la policía durante estos 8 años. Desafortunadamente, cuando hubo contacto con la policía, este individuo dio otro nombre, un nombre ficticio, y por eso nunca se pudo indicar en nuestros récords, en nuestros archivos, de que esta persona que había sido reportada desaparecida había tenido contacto con la policía. Entonces, van a contestar sus preguntas. En este momento nada más quiero decirles de que cualquier necesidad que tenga Rudy se le va a dar. Si necesita ayuda de nuestras divisiones de asistencia a víctimas, se les va a proporcionar. ¿Okay? No se les ha dado ninguna, el procurador, la oficina del procurador no ha aceptado ningún cargo en este momento. Gracias.
Go ahead. Right.
Yesterday, we heard from activist Cornell X, and he made some shocking allegations that he was in the room with a detective, and he heard from Rudy firsthand. He said that there were sexual abuse allegations, and that he was drugged by his mother. From what you just said today, are you saying that the activist was lying?
Basically, what we're saying is our investigation is our investigation, and we treat it the same. We're going to our investigators were in the room, and basically, what they heard and what they interviewed, that's what we attest to in our offense reports and our investigations. And I'm not here, neither are they here to question anybody's integrity, but our integrity with the Houston Police Department stands, and we're going to report and put in offense reports what a victim or potential victim tells us. Okay.
But just to be clear, in that room, the detective did not hear anything about sexual abuse allegations.
Go ahead.
Can you just clear that up?
Yeah, Sergeant Stephan Jimenez. Yes, I interviewed him, and no, there was no. I'm trained to listen for probable cause. I'm trained to listen for statements that can help me get charges or move forward with a case. And no, there was no statements made during this investigation so far. No.
Thank you. Next question. Go ahead, Maria.
Can that be answering?
Wait a minute. Go ahead. We get it. Yeah. Go ahead.
That is correct, coming from Rudy Farias.
Was there any conversations about sexual relationship between mother and son?
So we don't release any type of information related to sexual assaults. That's just state law. I
Okay.
can't comment on that.
Go ahead.
Is Rudy a victim then in all of this, or did he and his mother work together? I mean, he wasn't missing now.
The investigation is still going on, Courtney, and I'm not going to say he's a victim or not. I'm thinking, and saying we're going to treat this just as we do with any potential victim or victim, and we're going to give respect to everybody that's involved. We're going to conduct our investigation, and kind of right at the beginning of it. This investigation is going to go on after this press conference. Sorry. If charges are appropriate, they'll see. But let us conduct the investigation. And what's next, Courtney? Just as any other investigation, we're going to follow our evidence. We're going to do more interviews, and we're going to follow the evidence. And I think that's important. Go ahead.
Chief, can you say, were there any signs of mental illness, that he might be mentally ill, that his mother might be mentally ill?
We're not going to say that right now. Anyway, we're going to conduct the investigation. It's really too early to determine that. There are going to be some more parts to the investigations, and some of that may come into play. But right now,
So just because there were some other allegations that he had been held prisoner, that he had been taken to Mexico, is there any indication that that was true, or was that like a belief?
Lieutenant. Yeah.
Because that would have been kidnapping, right? Or at least somebody against the law.
We don't have any information to say that there was any kind of kidnapping or anything like that right now.
Okay.
Have any search warrants been served at the house?
I think it's no search warrants.
No, at the time he was reported missing 8 years ago, being missing is not a crime. So the detectives had no lawful means or probable cause to issue a search warrant for the residence, which was searched several times.
We're going to work our way down, and we'll get back to you. Go ahead. Yes.
On the dash cams, what is the timeline for installation?
There's no permanent timeline. As you can imagine, there's a cost to it, and there are some complications. To give you one just quick thing, a challenge. 200 of our vehicles are model 2014 or older. That's a challenge. I'm not, when we're up against a financial budget like we are, you got to pick and choose, and you got to prioritize some things. So, but as quickly as funding comes in, we're going to work to getting all of our patrol vehicles and those vehicles that come into contact with the public with dash cams. But I want people to realize one thing: 100% of our officers that's out there on the streets have body-worn cameras on, 100%. And we know for a fact that if you would choose dash cams, I'd love to have both systems, okay, 100%. But once you get out that car where most things happen in interaction, hand to hand, I want that body-worn camera. But as we get funding in, and as I said, the mayor is stepping up, and like he always does, but he can only do so much. This funding issue didn't start, and I'm gonna say this: I stay away from politics, okay? But the citizens in Houston, at some point in time, we're gonna have to really face how we're gonna properly fund public safety and public servants, okay? Because you need better fire trucks, you need better equipment. We can't keep kicking that can down the street. We're gonna have to talk about things of a revenue cap, but we'll leave it to the politicians. Next question. Go ahead.
So I heard you mention that there was no need for a search warrant. In between yesterday and the day that he was discovered, was anything searched? Was anybody questioned? Anybody go by the house?
Rudy and his mother were interviewed yesterday. As far as anyone going to the house, it's still active investigation. We can't release details pertaining to that.
Also, quick clarity, was he 17 at the time that he was missing?
Yes, sir, that's
Yes.
correct.
So he's 25.
He's
25 now. Yeah. Go ahead, Mario. I'll get you. Hold up. Go ahead.
Was there a missing persons report filed by his mother at the very beginning?
That was in March 7th, 2015.
So there was a missing persons report that was filed.
Correct.
And so this is what I'm asking on this one. Could the mother be detained for filing a missing persons report and never once informing HPD that he came home?
Yes, she could be reported or detained. That offense is a Class C misdemeanor, which is similar to a traffic citation.
Right.
You're not going to jail.
Rudy
Go ahead.
Farias was found on Thursday. Your investigators spoke to him nearly a week later. Do you think it was a mistake not to speak to him sooner? You said yourself the DA has not accepted charges, that's a week where evidence could be destroyed. What's your response to that?
So it's procedure for the investigation to go through a channel, and when it reaches us, we review it. There was no urgency to investigate a recovered or found person. And I say that because patrol officers made contact with him. They ensured that he was safe. They contacted HFD to make sure that he didn't need medical treatment, and he was cleared on scene by HFD. Uh, he refused transportation to the hospital. His mother took him to the hospital later on that evening.
What the lieutenant said, I think, is important. You can't force a potential victim of a missing person, okay, with nothing else to come in and give a statement. So it takes time to try to work with people to get that statement.
I know you believe in transparency, and I just, for the public, we're going to put this on the news, and it's going to cause more questions because yesterday we hear from the activist who makes these shocking allegations, and as a reporter who was there, I did see him myself go in and out of the room, so it was clear that he had some sort of communication.
Transparency doesn't come in front and maintaining the integrity of the investigation, and that's where my transparency stops. But and this is the last question I'm gonna ask about the activists or anybody else. You know, we're gonna follow our investigation, and we treat it the same. Everybody has a role in society, and we respect everybody, including our activists. But the integrity of the investigation is number one, and we're gonna maintain that. Okay. Yeah. I don't think so. Go ahead. Anybody?
You know, where's Rudy at this moment and his mom?
Yes, we do. Rudy's safe. He is with his mother by choice.
And he's an adult.
Yeah.
He's a 25-year-old man.
Right. Hey, we're going to get a few more. Mario right here, and then we're going to work our way down. Probably 4 more, and we're going to wrap. I said potential victim, and I want to be respectful on that. Yeah.
He disappeared when he was a young man.
17.
17 years old. There's been cases in the past where people have been brainwashed, where people have been told you cannot, and they're being held against their will. For everyone that's going to be watching this worldwide, because this is a worldwide story, how do you not separate him until you guys are able to get everything together, considering that he disappeared as a child?
Mario, you've been in the business for a long time, and I'm gonna let you answer that. Okay, we've explained everything, some of the challenges or whatnot. Here's a fact: he's a grown man. 20. Listen to what I'm saying. If you want me to answer, no, he was an adult, 17. Hold up, okay. Not confrontational. I respect what everybody does. Okay, but 17 years old, that's an adult in the state of Texas. Okay. A lot of things that we shared up here. So we're going to work our way through it. It takes a little while. There's a lot of development still, even last night. Okay. We know that everything's coming up. We're going to investigate it. The integrity is going to stay in place. We're going to treat him the same as any other person that comes through that we're conducting investigation on. I'm done with that part. Go ahead, Courtney.
This might be a better question.
Go ahead. Okay. Anybody?
What's the reason then? What can you tell us about why Rudy and his mother then allegedly lied for 8 years and said he was missing when he clearly wasn't?
I can answer that though. I mean, to protect, we can't predict motivation or whatnot. We could just try to, yeah, right, yeah. But during the interview and the particulars of it, it's active investigation. We respect that, but can't. Yeah. Next question. Yeah. We weren't just doing 8 years total investigation. Okay, so it went dormant for a little bit, but the case was still open. Okay, and I want to say this: until we find people, until we clear it, that's when it should be cleared. But if your question is, we expended some resources. Absolutely, yes. No, you're prioritizing. Okay, we're in a budget that there are challenges. Okay, and what I presented we'll side note this. Okay, because it takes a little while to explain it. When you have challenges, people look at a $1 billion budget. Okay, and everybody just, oh my God, HPD has a lot of money. 92% of that goes to salary and benefits. So it's not a whole lot of money. We have to pay our people and we have to be competitive. The mayor just gave 7.2 million so we can get more cadets in. So there are a lot of challenges. What I'm saying is this didn't happen just in the mayor's administration. For years, you need so much amount, 14 million. I always talk about that to properly replace vehicles in our fleet. But some years when things are just, you got a lot of stuff going on. Okay, when you don't get that, it kicks it back and it makes it worse. We have an aging fleet. 50% of our vehicles are a little bit more are beyond the replacement life. And that's patrol vehicles, 100,000 miles, 5 years. Unmarked vehicles, 120,000 miles, 7 years. Okay, so we have a very aging fleet and a lot of other problems. So we will prioritize, and we're going to get there where we need to. But I'll side state. Go ahead. Yes. No. No, we're not going to say anything. Let me get you, and then I'm going to get you. You're going to be the last one. Go ahead.
We can. It's a call for service.
Yeah.
There was a burglary report last night at the house. Patrol responded, and we were alerted because it was a house of note, and it's been part of the investigation, and that is also now part of our investigation. What happened last night, and it's still going.
You said in the beginning
Thank
of
you.
this press conference that Rudy has made contact with patrol units at some point. Can you explain what that was, and does he face any charges for saying that he had false names?
So it is a criminal offense to give false names when you're detained under arrest or you're making a valid police report. There was an instance where he did that, him and his mother. At this time, though, the district attorney has declined to accept charges on that until our entire investigation has been
So you
complete.
tried to charge him as well.
It was, the facts were presented to the district
Good.
attorney.
Mario, we're going to end it. Okay, go
Can
ahead.
you say what that contact was quickly though with him? You said patrol units. Was it like he was stopped in his car? Can you just?
I was gonna ask specifically, did HPD ever go to his home and with his mother, or were any fictitious names given at that time?
Excuse me. Investigators did go out to the home multiple times. They talked to various family members, relatives, friends, neighbors, and yes, they were given a fictitious name.
So was there contact made with Rudy at his home?
Let me close with this one thing. Okay, let me close with this, Mario. Look, we've been open as we can. It's not our first investigation, and everybody here understands what I'm saying about the integrity investigation. This is where we're going to end. We wanted to get up before a lot because this has come as not only a local, but a national, and some cases international, okay, because of everything that's going on. But it ends today, not our investigation, but as we get more information and when it's appropriate, we'll send out information. Okay, so I want to thank everybody. I want to thank you for your patience, and thank y'all for what you do every day. Yeah, yeah. That's it. All right, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah. Get y'all. Give me y'all names. Just the name. Yes, I want her.
Stefan Jimenez. STEPHENJIMENEZ, Sergeant.
Detective Brian Fort, BRIANFORT.
Detective Elena Claiborne, ELENA, Claiborne, CLAIBORNE. Burn.
Lieutenant Christopher Zamora, CHRISTOPHER, Zamora, ZAMORA. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, that was interesting. Allie, I have worked in Houston a couple times in my career, and that is one of the places that I was literally terrified to go to work because it was in, I can't remember the name of this mall parking lot, Green Point or Greenfield or something like that, Green Point, I think. And you would hear gunshots, and it was just fucking awful. And like, the house in this case here, the mom's house, they have bars on their windows, and everybody's like, "Oh, that's creepy." But if you've ever been to Houston, it's not creepy because Houston has the houses. There's more bars on windows in Houston than there's not. Yeah, Houston's fucking rough, man. They got Whataburger though, but it's one of them cities I could not wait to get out of, and I would be terrified going to. And it was always that mall parking lot. I think it was Greenpoint Mall or something like that. It's awful. And it's a dirty city. I hate Texas. The only thing I like about Texas is Whataburger. I hate Texas. State of Texas is going to shit, which I think it's always been shit. Yes, to prevent break-ins, caches. Yep. It's a really bad city. I think Memphis is probably one of the worst cities in America. It's fucking here lately, in the past couple of years, it's gotten, yeah. But Houston, it's pretty rough too. Yeah, Allie, that's true with the bars on the windows. You go to Miami, there's a lot of homes with bars on the windows. But there's not as much crime in Miami as Houston, in my opinion. I love Miami. I'm not scared at all down there. Yeah, Memphis is bad, truly. Yeah, it's. Yeah, Memphis. I think Memphis is up there. It's booted some cities out lately, I believe. Houston's up there too. But the past year or so, Memphis has just went to shit. Man, last year there was a guy on Facebook Live fucking went and killed people, man. Walked in a damn AutoZone or something, shot a dude and driving down the road, foaming out of his mouth, all fucked up. It was crazy. I love Miami, truly. It's not what people hype it up to be, is it? It's not at all. It's not what people hype it up to be. But I've just worked down there so many years. I used to go down there every winter and work. I'd stay in there for 3 months every winter, and I loved it. Stayed in the same spot. Nobody bothered us. We had security. And then there was like Target, everything right there, I love Chicago, Allie, but I've only went there like on vacation. I never worked there or nothing, and I was, just, yeah. I liked it, but Gary, Indiana. If you go to Miami, you need to go to the beaches. I mean, that's like South Beach and stuff. You'll get the hype of Miami, and it still ain't really the hype in my opinion. But I just loved it because it was such a big part of my life, for so long. But I wasn't down there for vacation or nothing. I worked all the time, really. Hey, Cray Cray. Hey, love. Yeah, you see a lot of homeless people there, truly. There was actually a guy that worked with us. He was a drunk, and he drank himself to death. He was an older guy, and they found him in the park dead one day, and it fucking broke my heart, man. He stayed out there with the fucking homeless people. But the homeless people didn't bother us, and they were right there in our area. Oh, you was homeless in South Beach? Oh, that would be rough, truly. Yeah. Allie, I like Atlanta, but I don't like the fucking traffic. Oh my God, Atlanta traffic is horrible. That's true, truly. I love the beach, but I like not the popular beaches, you know. Yeah, people are fucking rude at them tourist beaches. But that's where you get the hype or whatever, you know, if you got some money to spend, you go on vacation and I have been to DC, but I've only rode through there. So I don't really know nothing about it. I have worked in Baltimore, which is close to DC, and it's a pretty rough. It's not as bad as there's some worse ones, but you know what I mean. Oh, truly love your heart. And like in Miami, no matter where you go down there, Spanish is the main language. And that's one thing I didn't like about it. It's not their fault, you know. I love them though. The Cubans are fucking awesome, and the women have nice asses. But everywhere you go in Miami, on the corner, there's a shop selling dogs, and there's a shop selling titties and asses. I swear, every corner, plastic surgery and dogs, pet lands, every fucking where in Miami. But the language barrier, especially for me, truly, I bet you did too, because we got the same accent. Yeah, it's hard, especially ordering food. Cash is the best place to go in Florida. I would recommend the east coast of Florida. That's the prettier beaches. In my opinion, like Jacksonville, somewhere over there. I like Jacksonville Beach. I've been there and worked, and it's really beautiful. The people are great. I like the east side of Florida better. But if you want like the hype party and all that, I would go to Miami, but it's overrated in my opinion. But if you want the west coast of Florida, like I think a little more south, like I used to live down in Venice, Florida. It's down in Sarasota area. And Venice has some really beautiful beaches. They got the Siesta Key down there. Siesta Key is a very beautiful beach. I've never been to Clearwater, Allie. Damn it, truly. That's the only job you could find. Because there's so many fucking asses down there. The women are beautiful, though, aren't they? They are. They're so pretty. Oh, Lacey, hey, baby, you did miss it. Them cops on that presser, they were pissed off, and I don't blame them. Even though they brought up the fucking budget like 4 times, but yeah, they were pissed off at that guy yesterday. And I knew it. And you know, I wish they could put a fucking law on these damn tragedy pimps. You called it, Lacey. Which I was already pissed that he said all that information anyway, you know, before we even went live about it. But yeah. I need to go to Clearwater Beach. I've never been there. I've been to Siesta Key, and it's beautiful. It's one of the number 1 beaches in Florida. But I like the east coast of Florida. I've been to Port St. Lucie. Actually, that was the very first beach I ever went to, but it was when I was a little girl. My dad lived down there in that area, and me and my brother went down there for the summer and stayed. Oh, yeah, they're pissed at that cop, Lace. Pissed. What did they call him? They didn't call him an advocate. What was they calling him? And they're like, no, I love that cop that was talking. He's like, no, we're not answering this. We're not jeopardizing the case. And we don't tell, they was asking about, SA. And they're like, no, we don't tell that, in an active case, especially a missing person's case. And they pretty much shut it all down. We didn't get really nothing out of it. Where truly, Port St. Lucie. See, Allie, we're gonna all have to have our meet up there. Yeah, Port St. Lucie. I like Port St. Lucie. I've been there as an adult too, though, because I did work there too. I've worked all over Florida, except for Clearwater area. Pensacola, I really don't like the Panhandle. I'm not fond of the Panhandle of Florida. I don't know. It's different to me. There's just so many people, and that, what is it, Highway 10 through there? Interstate 10 or whatever. Is it 10? I think. I don't like the Panhandle. But Allie, like Port St. Lucie, it's not an area like Miami or something like that. You know what I mean? Yes, truly. That's what I was saying today. Me and you's down here. I'd have to drive a little bit to get there, but yeah, the Panhandle is trashy. It's a lot of traffic through there and stuff, and there is actually a lot of kidnappings and stuff through there. I think it's Interstate 10 through there. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Panhandle. Although the Panhandle does have a Buc-ee's store there, and they have maybe a Whataburger, but that's like really close to Mobile. Now I love me some Alabama. I love Mobile. I love Alabama. My daddy lives there, and he's lived there my whole life pretty much. He lived in Florida for a few years, and then he moved to Alabama, and he's been there for like 20 some years. And I love it down there. That's the real South. It ain't like fucking Florida here. I used to always want to live in Florida until I started working down here all the time, and I got burned out on Florida. Pearl, Mississippi. I like Mississippi too. I like Louisiana. Don't like Texas. Not at all. I don't care for Arkansas. Tennessee's fucking gorgeous. Kentucky's gorgeous. West Virginia, the western part there and all that, and Carolinas, I love all that. The true South, Georgia, and yeah. I love the true South. I especially love the hillbilly area. Hillbillies are fucking awesome. I don't care what anybody says about them. They'll give you the shirt off their back and cook you a meal. And they'd have your back in a fucking heartbeat. Wacky, hey love. Yeah, I love Georgia. I do. Savannah. Yep, truly. Allie loves Savannah too. It's one of my favorite places too. And it's like a little fucking hidden gem, and it does not get enough credit. I just love it. I was totally amazed by it. I love Savannah. I went on vacation there, and yeah, I loved it. Went on a ghost tour. It was just, I love Savannah. It's worth the hype. If you've never been to Savannah, Georgia, go. I recommend it for a week vacation, honestly. You was a hillbilly in a past life, huh? See? I was a gypsy probably in a past life, hippie or something. Yeah, that's kind of like Kentucky too, the northern part and Louisville and like Covington and a lot of the northern part. It's not like the southern half of Kentucky where I come from. Whenever we went to vacation in Savannah, we stayed in Puller, I think it was. So we stayed in a hotel. I would move to Savannah too. I wanted to. It's a little pricey to live in Savannah, I think, maybe. Not like it would be in some of these other cities, though, but I would so love it. Oh my God, I'd love it. And my mama Savannah lives there. I wonder where she's at. She ain't been in here in a while, which I ain't really been going live much. Lucky, you need to get your ass south, baby. I went to the outlets, Allie. If I go to a town and there's outlets, I go. I love the outlets. Jackson, Mississippi, work there. It's a rough city. Jackson, Mississippi's rough. State Fair, they have the State Fair there. Mississippi State Fair, but they have the outlets. It's in Pearl, Mississippi, actually. See my memory? I didn't even remember that till now. I think it is Pearl where the outlets are in Mississippi. Yeah, and I go to them every year. I would work there, but yeah, it's fucking rough. But they got Whataburger there. Me too, truly. Born and raised a hillbilly. And I am very thankful that I had the childhood that I did and the upraising and the family and yeah. Oh, new boyfriend, Wacky. You didn't tell me about that. You've been skipping, or you might have, and I didn't see it in Discord. In September. Oh, hell yeah. Come on. Is there Whataburgers in Colorado? They're starting to venture out a little more. I think there's one in Memphis maybe or somewhere. They just opened a new one somewhere like in another state. They're starting to venture out. I love Whataburger. And their Dr. Pepper milkshakes. I was telling Allie about that earlier. Yeah, Wacky, you gotta catch me up. You hate Whataburger, Lacey? You probably live in Texas. Colorado is gorgeous. It is. I love Colorado. I love Denver, actually. Which I don't really get nothing. I get the same thing at Whataburger. I get the patty melts on a regular bun with extra pepper sauce. Oh my God, them patty melts are so fucking good. And then that spicy ketchup for my fries. And a Dr. Pepper milkshake if they are in season. Yeah, you gotta catch me up. I've been behind. Damn it, Allie. Yeah, I like White Castle. Like, I would like to have it now because I haven't had it in so long, but I grew up with it. Oh, Allie, let me tell you something. If you like Steak and Shake patty melts, you need a Whataburger patty melt. I'm telling you, they are fucking fire. They have this pepper sauce on them. I could drink this shit. It's so good. I love patty melts. Caches, they started out in Texas. They're big in Texas, but they're starting to venture out other places. I know there's one in Jackson, Mississippi, and I think there's one in Florida somewhere like Mobile, Pensacola area, somewhere through there, maybe. I'm not sure. I can't fucking remember. There's a new one that just opened somewhere. Just like Buc-ee's. I love Buc-ee's. It's a Texas thing. And they're starting to make or put them other places too. That's the only thing I eat from there, Lacey. So I really probably wouldn't like nothing else. Honestly, I get patty melts every time. If I'm there working for 2 weeks, I'd get them every day. I swear I love them. I like White Castle, but I like their if I go there and eat, which I haven't ate there in years, like I would probably eat it now because I haven't had it in so long. I'd get like the chicken rings and a couple burgers. No, I don't like no crystals. I grew up on White Castles and I can't do the generics. I can't do it. I don't like crystals at all. Cookout is fucking amazing, yes. Fucking Allie sends me pictures and shit all the time of it. Oh, Lacey, you would. You would like crystals. I like the beaver nuggets from Buc-ee's. I wish I had like a giant fucking bag of them. They're so good. I know it started there, Allie. I love Cookout. And it's cheap, and I like to have some of their little hush puppies. They're so good. Them little bitty hush puppies they have. Yeah, the beaver nuggets are so good, aren't they, Lacey? I love them. Guys will eat anything. Yeah, Cookout's got some good shakes. They do. Oh, bitch. They need to venture out a hell of a lot more with cookouts. I think there's a cookout in Jackson, Mississippi, but it wasn't near me, and I didn't, because whenever you go to work like at a state fair, you work like 16 plus hours a day, from really early in the morning till like after midnight. Sometimes you don't really. I know a Portillo's. It's a Chicago thing, and there is actually a Portillo's. There's a couple of them down here in Florida. Yes, I do like Portillo's. I know all about some Italian beefs. I'd like to have one of them. What's that other one in Chicago? It's like Portillo's, but it's a different brand. Fuck. What's the name of it? Starts with a B. I don't know. I don't like Culver's. I like Hardee's breakfast. Their biscuit and gravy. We do need cookouts in Florida. Allie, I get the double cheeseburger tray with only A1 sauce and cheese on it, or the Cajun fries, hush puppies, a cup of cheddar sauce, and a large sweet tea. Portillo's is good. We always get on the food kits. I'm a foodie. Me and Allie was talking about food earlier. Yeah, Allie, I've seen a couple of them that you can go in now. The first one I seen, I'm like, what the fuck? Usually you got to walk up to the window or the drive-through, There's 2 drive-throughs, one on each side of the building, 2 windows, or they usually have a walk-up window, you can walk up to. Now they got them where you can go inside and eat. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm always hungry. I'm hungry now, too. Yeah, I'm a foodie. I love to eat. That's what I loved about traveling, because I would get to know the spots, that had the good food and stuff. I can't remember if I went to one in Savannah or not. If I see a cookout, I go to it. I do. Unless I don't have time or something, or it's too far away, or. Exactly, Lacey. Same, sis. Same. Same. I can eat and eat and eat. Thank God. Knock on wood. I got lucky with that. Bona beef. That's the one I was thinking of, Cassius. I like it better than Portillo's actually, because it's like their gravy is a little got more seasoning in it or something. I don't know, and I don't know. I like it better. Bona beef, that's the one. They got good hot dogs too. I love their beef hot dogs with the sweet peppers. Bona beef. I never had their pizza. I always get the Italian beefs. Get it wet and then some extra gravy. I'd like to have one of them right now. I like Bona better than Portillo's. Yeah, there's a few Portillo's down here in Florida. And I love Giordano's pizza. I have had that on the Navy Pier. That's some good ass fucking pizza. Giordano's, I think. Yeah, it was Giordano's. So we went to the Navy Pier, to the Children's Museum. I love Navy Pier. I'm a foodie. Lacey, have you had New York pizza? Yes, Navy Pier, Chicago. Wacky. I love pizza. Like if I order pizza, I get Domino's. I like Domino's, the like chain pizza. I don't like local pizzas or nothing. I don't like none of that shit because I've had New York pizza so much. Because I used to spend the summers in New York. I would go north for the winter and work. And the summer. And after I've had New York pizza, I can't do any other one. Oh, I get it. Too many textures. I like Pizza Hut too. Their New York pizza is not New York pizza. I mean, you have to have real New York pizza from New York to understand. It's worth the hype. I would love to have some right now. But Giordano Chicago style pizza is good. The deep dish. I like the deep dish one. It's totally worth the money. And it takes like an hour for them to cook it. It's crazy. They do got good hot dogs, Lacey. I like Chicago. Yeah, I do not. New York style pizza is not New York unless it's in New York. Especially like the city, like Bronx or Brooklyn, or, Brooklyn has really good pizza. Then you go like up to Syracuse area. I like their pizza. Come on, Lace, let's all go. Let's get us a bus and just tour the country just to eat. We can make money. We could video it, YouTube it, and we would have a good old time. But yeah, New York pizza it's thin crust like, but it's so good. I'd like to have some Chicago pizza. Can't you get like the Giordano's ones shipped to you, like code packaged? We should do Cotton's foodie tour with the squirrels. Because look, we got like almost somebody, and we're all in different states. That's cool as shit. Pick everybody up on the way, and I can kind of guess where Kasha is. Cassius. Just the way where y'all talk about food, we can know where each other's at. I don't give a shit. Like I'd have been doxxed. But I ain't where I used to be, so. I've never been to Myrtle Beach. Food travels. Yeah, I'm down for it, Wacky. I am so down for it. I love food. It'd be like Cheech and Chong, and yeah. Who's gonna be the bus driver? I ain't driving. We'll have to get Jules to drive. Nope, I've never been to Myrtle Beach. Never been there. I've been to South Carolina, but not Myrtle Beach. Squid. Yeah, or Unc. I can drive, but I don't like to. I have bad anxiety. We might be like the Titan, but bus style. We won't implode. We might explode, but Jules the driver. There we go. We got to get Squid and Unc too, though. Let's go, Truly, baby. Let's go. Fuck it. Oh, I see Wacky just text me. Let me see her little honey booger. Oh, look at y'all. Oh, Wacky. I'm so glad you found somebody, love. Oh, truly, I got road rage too. You know, get the fuck out of the way, you motherfuckers. Honk the horn. And especially being in Florida, man. Florida and New York people drive the same. It's insane. Snacks, hey, love. Murder Beach. It's good to see you, Snacks. You want to go on a foodie tour with us? You'll be our makeup artist, okay? Allie, you can be the bartender. I'm giving you the bartender. That would be so much fun. When it really would. And do YouTube it and I know you will. That's why I said you be the bartender. You're the drink queen. You know all about them, and Wacky knows a lot about drinks too. Other people might too. I don't know. Oh, snacks. We're going everywhere. We're going to New York to get pizza. We're going to the Carolinas to get cookout. We're going to Chicago to get pizza and hot dogs and Italian beefs. We're going all over the country just for food. Bud Tender, there we go. See, everybody's got a job. I'm just using my YouTube, so just pay for all of our shit, you know. So here we go. Hell, I think we'd all be bud tenders and bartenders, and I'd rather have bud than drinking. We have to get drunk on Saturdays and do it live. We can't. We have to pull over somewhere for a night on Saturdays. Truly used to work at a dispensary. She knows all about the bud. Oh wow. Myrtle Beach for 4 seasons. I worked at Wildwood, New Jersey on the boardwalk for 1 season during COVID because the fairs and stuff shut down. And I went up there and worked because they were open surprisingly. And I love the boardwalk. Oh. I don't like California food, Wacky, except for In-N-Out. We got to go to In-N-Out. I love their food. That's really the only thing that I liked in California. It's totally different out there. Colorado, I've not worked there, nothing, didn't know about the food, so I don't know nothing about it. I've been through there, but I've not like stayed there. It's fucking beautiful. I rode a Greyhound bus, this was years ago, from New York City at Port Authority all the way to Sacramento, California and back twice. I've done that twice, out there and back, out there and back. And people think I'm crazy that I took a bus instead of flying or a train or something. But I tell you what, I don't regret it because I've seen so much of this country on that bus. It was a 5-day trip there and a 5-day trip back. But I was working, so I wasn't like I was back to back getting, I loved it. That's actually where I went through Colorado them times. Right. Yep, y'all name it up. Oh, don't talk too bad about Auntie Allie, because we gotta get her to sell my things. I need to get on that. But I love California. I do. I wasn't really in Southern California. I was in like the Sacramento area a lot. I went down. I have been to LA and I've been to Bakersfield. But that was like the bus stations. Yeah, California, man. I never paid for any bud out there. I didn't. I'd be like, man, can you get me some bud? They just had handfuls of it for free. I'm like, what? I love California, but there is a lot of METH out there. Everybody's either tweaking their fucking ass off or stoned out of their mind in California. I swear. But they are the nicest fucking people either way. I love California. I love California people. I do. I just don't like their food. Whenever I flew from the East Coast to Utah. I went to Salt Lake City and I flew to Phoenix, Arizona. That was years ago. Barstow, yes, I've been. I forgot about that. I have been to Barstow because that's one of my favorite. How could I forget fucking Barstow? Because it's the coolest little fucking bus stop. It's got these train carts and it's like a little flea market inside. There's a Dunkin' Donuts. I think there's a Panda Express. How did I forget Barstow? I love Barstow. It's cool, ain't it, Wacky? We've talked about this before. I remember it now. Barstow is the coolest. It's like a little fucking mini Western. I don't know. I love it. It's so cute. I actually got a Barstow flat penny. Like, I love those where you put a penny in the machine and it flattens it out and it'll imprint the city on it. I got a bunch of them and I got one from Barstow. I love Barstow. I think that's only California one I got. I got a little book I put them in. I got a lot of them. But a lot of them mostly is from East Coast over here. I like Northern California, Central and Northern, where I was at, Allie. It's really pretty and it's not as hot, but it rained a lot, like in the wintertime, which is okay. But it rains a lot and it gets really cold, like bone chilling cold. But the heat, I could handle California heat better than Florida heat. California heat, it could be like yesterday, I was 111, the real feel here in Florida, where I'm at. And if it was 111 in California, you would not sweat or not. I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's different. And the waters are colder out there. The beaches, it's not like the East Coast. It's different. But I do love California people. They are some amazing people. They really are. That was actually one of my favorite companies to go out there and work for. And they're fucking amazing. Everybody's tweaking or stoned. And there's like, everybody's happy. Oh, no, air conditioning. Ah, you got to have air conditioning. It is. It's like, it's totally different. But if I had to pick heat, I would rather have California heat in a heartbeat. The desert heat and stuff out there, than this humidity. You can't fucking breathe. You can cut the damn humidity with a knife in Florida. It's so fucking hot and thick and like, I don't even take my dogs out for a long time because it's so fucking hot during the day. And even at night it gets hot. It stays muggy and fucking Malibu. You would though, Allie. I've never been up past California north. I want to go and visit Oregon and Washington. I want to see Montana. I want to go to Montana so bad. I've never been there. I got to see Big Sky Country. Utah's fucking gorgeous, but I'm sorry if there's anybody from Utah here, but Utah people are a little weird. Very nice, but weird. They fixed it and it's out again, truly? Oh my God. I think, Allie, we're going to just travel literally the coast of the United States and not really much in the middle. I think the most middle we're going to go is Chicago. We're going to hit mainly the outer states of the United States. Oh my God, truly, that's horrible. Hopefully you're not like really high up. There's not a lot of levels because the higher you get, the hotter it fucking gets. Come to me, truly, and I got an air conditioner you can have. I'm serious. If you could get here and get it, I would give it to you. It just needs cleaned up where it's been stored. It's one of them stand-up ones that you run the hose out of it out the window. It's not even really been used that much. We got to go to Texas, Allie, because there's Whataburger and Buc-ee's, and I just don't care for Texas. It's not what people make it out to be, in my opinion. But I also lived there, for a while. I lived in Tyler, Texas for a while. I actually lived in Tyler before I went to New Jersey and worked at the boardwalk. And I did not like it. People have a big ego, a lot of them there. And I got a smart mouth, and that just... Truly, I seriously got one you can have if... I wish we were closer. Is there a Buc-ee's in Orlando? See, they're popping up everywhere, too. I know there's one in Mobile, Alabama. They're starting to pop up everywhere. I like Orlando. I've been there a lot. They got an outlet, too. They got a Victoria's Secret outlet in Orlando. There's not very many of the Victoria's Secret outlets. Yeah, Allie, you would not probably got along with people in Texas. Truly, if you're looking at those air conditioners, mine, I think it was like $400 at Home Depot, and that was like the cheapest one I could find. I don't know if you can find them cheaper. Man, that's crazy that AC's out like that. That's not cool. They need to do something if it keeps going out like that. Allie, you talking about the AC that I'm talking about? Oh, there's one in Florence next? That's cool. Truly, it would cost a lot to have it shipped to you. It's heavy. It'd probably cost $100, $200, or it probably would. It's really heavy. Whataburger in Oklahoma? Ooh, Oklahoma's hot. What is Oak City Fair? Yeah, I've been there. I've not worked it, but I've been there to the Oak City Fair. Oklahoma City Fair. I think it's a state fair. I think it is. Yeah, the portable ones are good, but they are, yeah. Truly, look on Marketplace on Facebook. They're totally worth it than the window units. See, that's not right because really, no matter where you're at in Florida, it gets fucking hot. I don't care where you're at, Panhandle, which coast, it gets fucking hot. And that should not be legal. I'm serious. Especially in complexes and shit. That's not cool. I so wish I could get this air conditioner to you. You need to report them to some. I wouldn't pay rent. I would tell them, no, you're going to knock some of this shit off. I mean, you probably do have some renter's rights. Yeah, check Marketplace. We have AC units in our house, and thank God, because we just bought our house like a couple years ago, and it's on warranty for like 4 years, and it went out last year actually, and that's why I got that one. And I didn't have to use it, but they go out and it gets fucking hot. I would so give it to you for free. That's not right. That's inhumane, actually. That's not fucking right. That's all it has going for it. It's the windows. Window units are a pain in the ass. I mean, like with the portable ones, you've got to run the hose out the window, and then it's got a drain tube. You got to have something because it drips into this tube. But it's not bad at all. I love the portable ones. Yeah, it's insane. And air conditioners don't go out really until the summertime, and it gets hot, especially if you're in the South, and because they work overtime. And I agree, Snacks. They make heat mandatory in places. That's good. See, I didn't know that. Yeah, they should in Florida, in the South. I mean, because like where my daddy lives, he lives in southern Alabama, and he lives really close to the Panhandle, and it gets really fucking hot there. He has air conditioner, but yeah, that's inhumane to do that to somebody in Florida, especially if they're paying rent and air conditioner supposed to be included. That's not right. That's not right. That pisses me off. Damn it, truly. That's true, Ellie. I don't even use heat here. We have an electric fireplace, and like in the wintertime, sometimes you'll have a few cool nights. It'll get chilly, and I just turn it on. But like, we have furnace heat, but I don't never use it. Never. Yeah, Allie, like my dad owns his house and stuff, and if my dad was in that position, and I would lose my shit because my dad's really sick. He has seizures and shit, and yeah, that's inhumane in my opinion. Call the health department. I wish I could get this damn thing to you. Ugh. It costs crazy amount to ship it. And it's really long and awkward. Yeah, that's crazy. Allie, it is. Hey, Wacky, though, if you got to have a window unit, it's better than nothing, baby. It is better than nothing. Because I tell you what, there's no way I could go without air conditioner. There's no fucking way. I'm a puss, I guess. I mean, I can handle the heat. I'm used to it. But like, if somebody that isn't used to Florida heat, I'm not knocking you truly at all. They would literally probably have a heat stroke if they were in Truly's position. Thank God she's used to it enough that it can still fuck her up. It gets so hot down here. That ain't right. But somebody that's not used to the southern heat, and especially Florida, it's fucking hot in Florida. Let me see what the real feel is right now. I always go by the real feel because that's how it really fucking feels. Let me see here what we got. Oh, it's 95 degrees. It feels like 110. It's going to get down to 77 tonight. Possible thunderstorms, of course. It storms every fucking day, it seems like. Enough to make it hotter. Yeah, it's 95 right now. Real feel, 110. Wacky, if he would do that, yeah, that would be great. Walmart has some on sale. What about open box ones? You know, you can get the open box stuff sometimes, and there's like nothing wrong with it. It's just, that's why it's about reimbursing. They should give her some credit on her damn rent. I wish I didn't get anxiety driving. I'd drive it to her. But my damn anxiety is through the roof when I can't drive. I hate it. The driving I do have to do is enough for me, and it stresses me out. Truly, I should just give you my car too, because I hardly ever drive it. Yeah, Wacky, but do you really want to go talking to his dumbass, like you said? You know what I'm saying? Truly, I would seriously make some phone calls about you getting some kind of credit on your rent or that. Same, Truly. I have CPTSD. I don't have and yeah, I have nightmares really bad, but I take medicine. It helps. Sometimes I have one, but what I'm saying, Wacky. They should, yeah, give her some credit. That's not right. Because air conditioner is included with, renting that place. It'd be different if they told her up front, hey, you don't have no air conditioner, you're going to buy your own air conditioners or this, that. And they probably didn't. Because they want that money. Y'all, I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to go potty. Yeah, start raising hell. Aggravate the fuck out of them, truly. And I don't think they could evict you for that. Because they're going to look really fucking stupid if they do for something like that. Tell them, I'm a little crazy hillbilly just like you. Not far from you, but I'll come here and raise some fucking hell. They don't want to fuck with you. That's not right. You still have rights as a renter. There's got to be something done about that. I'm going to go potty real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, just a couple more minutes, y'all. I got to take care of my little wieners. Be right back. I'm out of breath. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, truly, look at your lease. I know you're driving, and if you can answer, did you know, like, is it central heat and air that you have? Because if it is, I mean, that's kind of obvious. It should be included. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it don't say you have to provide your own air conditioner. If it don't say that, you're good. Something can be done about it, sis. That ain't right. Let me see here. That makes me mad. I can't quit talking about it. That's inhumane to do people like that. Shit, my phone is going crazy. I'm trying to pull up Marketplace and it won't even do it. But I think I'm going to get off here, y'all, honestly. And it's been nice chit-chatting. The presser was a little disappointing, but I was kind of expecting that, you know, because that guy yesterday fucked it up. Do you know, Wacky, you work so much and shit when you got your day off or whatever and time off, you want to be off. You know, it's like, hey, I don't want to do nothing on my days off. Oh hell, Bunny, Jelly Roll's wife, is doing a meet and greet. I love her. I love her to death. I'm in her Patreon. I just think she's amazing. She is. Her story and Jelly Roll's story, I just love them. They're my favorite couple. Oh yeah, you gotta take care of the animals. I get that, I do. Little shits. I just ordered a bunch of shit for my little dogs for outside. I got them actually at this big ass water bottle, probably like you have for your guinea pig, wacky one that has a little ball, like they lick on it at the end. Like I know hamsters have them. I don't know if that's what you give guinea pigs, but it's like stainless steel. It's like Yeti type, so it's so really cold for them because I needed something that can hook to their fence because they get so much damn sand and stuff in bowls, and I don't like that. I don't want my babies drinking sand. Because you cannot prevent sand. It's in your house, in your bed, in your ears, in your ass crack. It's everywhere. And then I got on this raised up platform thing. It's got cooling mats on it, and they got shade. I got shade for them. I don't leave them out there long this heat though, but whenever they are out there, I want them to be good. I don't want my little babies to be hot. A half gallon. That might have been what I got for the girls. It's a pretty big one. And it hooks to their fence. Then I got them a raised thing, and it's got like cooling mats built into it. I don't know if my dogs will drink out of that. I hope they do, because I don't want sand in their water. But like I have a Brita filtration system just for my dog's water, because I don't want them drinking just faucet water. I'm weird. And like whenever I pour it in their bowl every morning, I wash their bowl and give them fresh water, and I put ice in it. But whenever I'm pouring it out of the Brita filter thing, they like to drink it as I'm pouring it, as it's pouring. So I think they might do that lick bottle thing. I think they might do that. That guy did give TMI. He did. And he might have hurt that case. Yes, they do got them. I get them. I got mine from Chewy. I get everything from Chewy. That's where I got mine. You can get just the mats, but I got the raised thing with it's got one built in it. I might buy an extra one to put on it, but you can get just the mats. They're not very expensive at all. I love my little girls. Your mommy loves your little girls. Them's my babies. Come on, Winnie. Come on. Come on, Winifred. Come on, baby. All right, I'm going to get off here and I'm going to go eat, honestly. And if something else comes out about this case, which I don't think we will hear anything for a while, the way the cops talked today, and I don't blame them. We probably would have got information if it weren't for that fucking dude yesterday. Who in the fuck, man? At first, I thought he was a cop or something. Because I didn't know. I'd never seen him or that girl. And he's just one of us. He's a fucking Facebooker. It's like, God, Wow. Wow. I think that's why that cop today kept talking about that budget, because they couldn't get to them yesterday in time. You know what I'm saying? That's like they had all this other shit going on and they couldn't get to them yesterday. They didn't have enough people in time, and he done that. French dip. I like French dips. Yeah, he's up there, Betty. That's probably, Betty's probably not done something like that bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like before I don't know. She's dirty. I'm not excusing that bitch at all. I don't like her. Did y'all see her? She went and got her hair done again, and it's even shorter this time. She's going to be bald headed next go round, because it gets shorter and shorter every time she gets it dyed. She needs to fucking let it just grow out her original color for a while and start over. Sometimes you got to do that when you dye your hair. You got to give it a break, especially bleach. That guy, yeah, fuck him. I unsubbed to him on Facebook. Fuck that. He probably hindering that investigation now. Gave that mama a chance to run or anything. Oh, let me see here. Let me see. I think there was some activity at that house last night, the mama's house. Hold on before y'all go. See, I squirreled off and I could have done played that for y'all. Where's that at? Shit. Now let me play this for y'all real quick before we get off here.
Early this morning, our crews were there as detectives with the crime scene unit were at the family's home. KPRC2's Brittany Jeffers was there. She is joining us now live with the latest. Brittany, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Andy. Things are very quiet out here right now. Houston police are not here. The crime scene unit left hours ago, but they were here for at least 2 hours this morning. We saw them parked right here in this area where you see behind me. If I can direct you over to that back gate near the family's home, this was open last night. It was here where we were seeing those members of the crime scene unit going in and out of the backyard here. They were taking photos, some were taking videos. HPD parked out front while the crime scene unit was in the midst of this. But at this point in time, we know that there are so many questions surrounding this case. We have not seen anyone here since 6:30 this morning. No one coming, no one leaving from inside of this home. We are waiting on an update from police, however. We are told that that will be coming around 11 o'clock. We do anticipate that Chief Troy Finner will be there to provide an update. But in the meantime, this is what we saw in this area last night. Before the sun was up, detectives with the crime scene unit could be seen taking videos and pictures, walking around the backyard. It's unclear where the family is, but neighbors and families say they're concerned about Rudy Farias, known by many in this neighborhood as Dolph.
I fear for Rudy Farias' life.
Rudy's aunt, Pauline Sanchez Rodriguez, says she's worried about her nephew's well-being. He was last seen with his mother leaving the hotel near Bush Airport, where they were interviewed by HPD on Wednesday. This is video that neighbors took Tuesday night as Rudy's mother loaded up their car, less than 24 hours before police questioned her. This is what she said on camera.
And now they want to arrest me because they said I was hiding him.
Everything's coming out to the light because I knew that she's been lying all this time.
Neighbors tell KPRC that they would see Rudy regularly, and they called him Dolph. They also claimed that the mother, Janie, offered them money.
Stay quiet. She wanted us to keep quiet. But I told her, before I walked off, I told her one thing I'm not supposed to do is lie about something.
So at this point in time, again, no sign of Rudy or his mother. We do anticipate that there will be that press conference with HPD momentarily. We will be monitoring this for you. Reporting live, I'm Brittany Jeffers, KPRC 2 News.
And we will bringing you that news conference both here on the air and
we played the news conference in the beginning. All right, y'all have a good evening. I love y'all. We might be back tomorrow. I don't know. Live. I like to have something to talk about, though. You know what I mean? But chit-chatting's good, too. But you do it every day, then you don't have nothing to talk about. All right, I love y'all. Thank y'all. Adios, amigos.